So Mark, talk a little bit about some of the individuals on the Nebraska team. You've got a few athletes that really have a potential to possibly come home as national champions this week.
Yeah, pretty much starts with, Jordan Burroughs at 157. He's had a great year, and he's worked his tail off to be a national champion, and this is the weekend he can do it. I mean, he's got obviously a tough weight class, but, I believe in him, he believes in himself, and he's ready to go. I think a guy who's really overlooked, but it's a really, really competitive weight class is 165, Stephen Dwyer. He's only seeded 7th, but he's going to be a tough out. And I just think he's got the mindset and toughness about himself to really step forward here this weekend. I think Brandon Brown has positioned himself to be a national champion. Obviously, he's never beat Steve Luke, but we got to get there first, and then we got to beat a really tough competitor, Steve Luke. But I wouldn't put it by him. And then obviously Craig Brester, another guy. He's a heart and soul of our team. He's tough as nails, and he's got a tough weight class. Obviously, he's got Jake Varner in it, but he's got a lot of other tough guys. We might face Clayton Foster or, the kid from Iowa early on, and so we're going to have to test, but, that's what this time of the season's about, and we're really excited. I think Tucker Lane could be a wild card. Obviously, he's a long shot to win a national title, but he's wrestled all the top guys really close. He's beat Zabriskie. I'm really excited about our team getting ready to go.
Have you set any team goals? Is that something that, or is this more about the individuals? Obviously, you're mentioned as one of the favorites to compete well as a team, but...
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks that we're going to compete for a team title, but we're going to worry about putting guys in the finals. And that's our whole mindset, is getting guys to be a national champion. And we're going to look up at the scoreboard at the end on Saturday night after the finals, and hopefully our tally is high.
How about Iowa's team? Obviously they're favored, but it seems there's a whole lot of very, very good teams close in a bunch right now in college wrestling. How could this tournament be surprising? Could it shake out a little different than everyone wants to predict?
Well, I think, there's a lot of parity in college wrestling. There's going to be guys that's not going to go as planned at some of those weight classes, and so it's how people respond in adverse situations, and there's just a lot of parity, and so therefore people are going to chop each other up, and so the points could get spread out, but obviously Iowa's the heads-on favorite. They beat everyone, they dominated people, and so, but this tournament's a funny thing, and this could be a year where it could, things could get wild, and so I think there's, obviously these teams up here today, can play a hand. And obviously Iowa State wasn't up here, and they got a tremendous team, 6 All-Americans back. So I think a lot of points could get chopped up, and so team race could be interesting.
Thanks, Mark.